Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome back for another dose of nightmare fuel. Are you afraid of the dark? I know I am. I'm a right pussy. So this review's gonna get me shaking in me boots, but it's worth it for the Ghoul Gang. Stu has previously covered the tale of the dead man's float on the channel if you're scared of water, but today I'm going to trigger all the coulrophobics out there. That's right, the order of the day is clowns. Let's gather around the campfire for the tale of Laughing in the Dark. This one's the second episode of season 1, first airing August 22nd, 1992, and centers around a fairground haunted house called Laughing in the Dark. One of the rooms contains multiple numbered doors, and two young girls open a gateway to hell as it produces a freaky animatronic clown. Pennywise, eat your knob off. And already, barely a minute into this story, it's enough to freak the teen blonde at the campfire out of her wits, as she has a fear of clowns. The other kids in the Midnight Society goad her into being a scaredy cat, so she gets her bottle back and asks for the tale to be continued. A group of kids arrive at Laughing in the Dark, but have heard the stories of the clown that resides within it. Cue Colonel Ken Nancy, who unsuccessfully gets the kids to enter his lair, something he usually doesn't have a problem with. This guy announces himself as Zeebo, but later we learn of a legend that Zeebo died when the original Laughing in the Dark caught fire, and his ghost haunts the reconstructed version. Josh, aka Ron Weasley from Wish, enters the attraction, and at first is very confident that he'll be able to withstand it by pissing about in the mirrors, but then instantly shits himself when he sees the clown. This one's not a robot, it's seemingly alive and is also inside the mirror, then right away disappears. Josh ends up in the same colourful door room from the beginning of the episode, and now it's his turn to pick a door. He does, but only finds a pretty tame skull bobbing back and forth. But this lad has balls. He's not satisfied with just one door. Oh no, he needs more, the little nutcase. Upon opening a second door, he finds the way out, but even then he's not done. Third time unlucky as he unleashes the robot clown. It has glowing eyes, a huge yellow-toothed grin, and a pale white face. Classic nightmare fuel for the clown haters here. Josh gotcha noses the clown as part of a challenge set by his friends, but in doing so activates the clown into producing clouds of cigar-scented smoke. Even while at home showing off the red nose, Josh can still smell the smoke, and it lurks around the corner of his house. But what's producing the smoke? Despite being home alone, Josh starts to hear footsteps and bangs throughout the house, so grabs a baseball bat to investigate. Josh ultimately gets a phone call which shouts the words, but he thinks it's a prank from his mate Ouija. Add that to Stu's list of shit names. In the microwave, Josh finds a pot full of cigars, sadly not as good as a cigar full of pot, and the letter Z, or Z if you really want it to be, is imprinted in some chocolate that Josh dropped on the floor earlier. While locking himself in his bedroom, a balloon blows up under the door with the words "Give it back" written on it. Josh returns to Laughing in the Dark to do just that, and even gifts the clown a full box of cigars. Wait a sec, where the fuck did he get those from? Has he got some sort of elite level McLovin ID card? Or perhaps he stole them from, I don't know, his dad or something, in which case it's probably not the clown that's gonna be his biggest fear, it's gonna be a fucking straight up ass whooping. Anyway, the clown accepts and returns to his original state, with Zeebo waiting for his next victims to arrive at the fairground. This one's a really solid episode in the series, and is fondly remembered as one of its all-time scariest, mostly due to the clown element. If you're not particularly afraid of clowns, this one maybe won't impact you that much, but as a 90s kid with a fear of clowns, this one definitely would have put the shits up you. I think that fairgrounds can inherently be a very creepy place anyway, and have often been used as locations in horror films, from Jordan Peele's Us to Herc Harvey's Carnival of Souls. And of course we've seen many scary clowns throughout horror history, the aforementioned Pennywise, as well as Twisty in the American Horror Story Freak Show series, and Art the Clown, to name but few. The clown here is a definite creepy threat, and the urban legend that surrounds the history of Zeebo and Laughing in the Dark told here are incredibly eerie. There's also some nods and potential influences to the rest of the horror genre here, like when Josh receives the threatening phone call, seen in lots of horrors like Scream and the telephone segment of Mario Bava's Black Sabbath. But also there's one scene that really stood out to me when Josh has got home from taking the nose and follows the smell of smoke around the side of his house. The direction and editing here is super relatable to the diner scene in David Lynch's Mulholland Drive, which I've given a full analysis of on the channel before. The tale of Laughing in the Dark predates that film by 9 years, so I wonder if any links could be made there or if it's just coincidental. Either way, this one is definitely an episode that will keep you coulrophobics out there up all night, and as only the second episode in Are You Afraid of the Dark, it's cemented the show into being one of the all-time greatest spooky kids TV shows. But what do you lot reckon? Are there any other episodes you'd like us to cover on the channel? Let us know in the comments, Ghoul Gang, and until next time, good night and sweet nightmare-fueled dreams.
That's all, I'm gone.